Hello students. You are probably watching this because you've been absent. So these are going to be instructions on what you miss in class. This is your line landscape. First thing you're going to do is you're going to make sure you have a foreground, you have a middle ground, and a background with the sun. This is what the end product looks like, and you're going to make patterns, all dealing with line after we learned about it in class. As you can see here, this is what the basic part looks like. We did this together in class. So here's how to start. You're going to be starting with the foreground, which is the one closest to you. Remember, this is foreground. This is what's closest to the viewer. Now next, you're going to want to do middle ground. Middle ground is in between the foreground and the background. Now you can make anything you would like here. You don't have to make cactus. I just chose to make cactus because cactus are my favorite plants. You can decide to do a scary tree for Halloween, maybe a haunted house. You can do a regular tree. You can put a car. You just need to make sure that you have two. And the one on the left here is going to be larger than the one on the right that I'm about to do. Now the reason why you want to have one larger and one smaller, this is to give the illusion of distance. Now moving on to background. Background is in the back and it's going to be your mountain ranges and the sun and the clouds. I also have examples of other students' work, which you don't have to exactly do what I do, but here's another idea. Okay, that's also in the background. Those are just giving you ideas on something different than mine, but you are more than welcome to copy my design. So here I'm making sure that I don't have that line go through the cactus. We want to give that illusion of distance. So we're going to make sure that the cactus is in front of the mountain. So we don't want to put that line through the cactus. Make sure that line is behind the cactus. Okay, now we're going to do the background. You can do the night sky, you can do the day sky, but you need to have something in the background. You can choose to do it between both of the mountains or just in between the one. Now it's time to outline this in marker, and you're going to be choosing different patterns that I provided on Google Classroom. All these patterns are on Google Classroom. You can choose any of these designs, but each section has to have a different pattern. And you want to differentiate them so you'll be able to see them and read them. Now these are just different ideas that you can do. This person used mushrooms and kind of like a garden theme. And this one, she kind of went spooky themed, but she still has foreground, middle ground, and background. And each section, she has a different pattern. So you need to make sure you have a different pattern in yours. So each section needs to be different, unless like in the background in the sky, you change the color. So as you can see, this one is not finished. So I need to finish this one. And make sure to use both marker and color pencils. Sometimes when you use too much marker, it gets heavy to look at. So you want to make sure half of it is in markers, half of it in color pencils. And just a reminder, make sure every single section is a different pattern. You're going to want to differentiate the patterns so it doesn't become too cluttered or muddy. And always make sure your name and rubric is on the back.